Howdy everyone, this is Botbot, this is the Diamond Society, and welcome back to episode number 106. We are here at the Nordic Village. Everything is looking pretty good. There's something big that's changed behind me. There used to be a bit of a mountain right there. That's been taken down. It was this big, obtrusive thing in the way. Let's actually put this on to start with. That goes up there. And that's better. So, we got rid of that. We got room for another building now here. We're going to get to work on this a little bit later. I've just started laying it out. I don't want to spoil too much at the moment. Let's go ahead. Let's fly up here. Let's take a look at what we've been working on lately. This place is looking nice. These two buildings are the latest. We've started adding a bit of grass decoration around it. This and much more to come. Much more terraforming to be done. That's only the beginning. Anyway, let's fly out here because we started another huge project lately. And it is looking pretty good. So we got some progress done over here on the soon-to-be Guardian farm. Well, I say soon, it's probably not going to be very soon, but I would love to get more work done today. So we've started taking out all of the water. Once we get that drained, we can then start working on the monument. We're actually going to leave most of the monument there. So that is going to be basically like our base of operations, and there are holes all over this thing from when I've been raiding it, popping in and out. So we got a small chunk done so far. Oh, this is going to take so long, but it is coming along nicely. We have all of our sponges out over here. Just got this little outpost going so we can smelt up everything, dry out all the sponges. Oh, they're not in there. There we go. So we actually do have a couple to smelt, and then we have plenty of sand as well to keep on going. Yeah, this thing is absolutely huge. I don't know why I could just do a small square, but I have lots of plans for this area. Very excited, and hopefully y'all are as well. Let's try not to fall down there. A quick update. This is taking a while, and we have a big wall of sand we're pushed up next to the Guardian Temple now. If we can fly, we can make it. There we go. So up from the sky, yeah, we're pushed up right against there. It's probably just about 20% of the way done. Plenty more to do, and now we're falling. Let's get back up there. Back over here at the village, we have got a new building, kind of. We still have plenty to do on the outside. We still have to do all the random blocks in there. I might add like a window or something. Make it look a little bit more like that, because this big block of cobblestone right now is not going to work. And I do realize that where I built this, it was a little bit too close to that. So I did have to just change up from using those nice little arcs at the top to just using a couple of half slabs and make it go straight across. Makes it look a little bit more continuous, which is pretty neat, but didn't quite expect that, so I was a little bit surprised when it got that close. Anyway, if you look right here, there is no entrance up here, and there's a perfect reason for that. We're not going to be entering from the normal level. We are coming down here, and we're entering from down here. Totally different from any other building that we have here. It's going to be this nice little tunnel that goes underneath. We will have stuff in each one of these little pods there, and then this is going to go right the way up here, and then we will have more stuff up here, which is absolutely fantastic. I suppose maybe we could have like a back door or something that goes out and back down to the lower part of the village. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this. This has already taken quite some time for planning. I already had this building mostly planned out, and then I had that idea. And honestly, I think this idea that struck me here is much better. So I am going to take this and run with it, but that means we're going to be pretty much winging it from here on out. So I've popped through to the nether to get off to a new area, and forgot to mention that my nether portal has moved. I did not do this. Somebody was coming here and correcting all the portals. Absolutely fantastic. So everything should link up correctly. Now, we're having some issues before. The only thing is now I'm not quite sure where everything goes. So, well, this one is my portal. I'm not quite sure where this goes. I'm going to have to explore. Around here on the left, and these tunnels are massive now as well, which is fantastic. None of these one wide tunnels anymore. That is probably to the end, or at least to the stronghold, I should say. This, I'm not sure where this goes. Can we use our cheaties? Oh, this goes right back to the nether hub. That's fantastic. So I'm wondering, however, if we come along the back here, and does this just go to another tunnel that probably leads right back to the nether hub? That's at least my guess, which, by the way, the nether hub is looking absolutely fantastic. I don't think I've really shown that off at all lately. So, yeah, Mopbot down that way. Oh, so that does go back there. And over here, we have some more stuff. This is, okay, Curly, and the Wither Farm is what I need. Now, C3 and D4 must be down there. Nutty Chef is out in that direction. Not sure what's down there. The Wither Farm, however, is where I need to head off. So that's absolutely fantastic that we're so much closer to that now. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to use this thing. I got a couple of withers chasing me now. Hopefully this is actually completed. The blaze, I don't know how to deal with, because I feel like those things are still going to shoot me over the gap. There's another Wither, skeleton. Let's grab those two. Come on, let's see. I think they're all supposed to pile in here. Let's see if I don't die. I have a feeling the spawn rates aren't going to be that great either because I didn't notice a whole lot of half slabbing in the area. Maybe, oh. Do they not quite get in there? Oh, there they go. Okay. Okay. So maybe a little buggy. Doesn't look like they quite know how to use the stairs. That could be an issue. Looks like they want to get to me like right here though. Oh, hey, we got one. Okay. So yeah, we do need to get a beacon, or hopefully several beacons that is. And that is for, oh, we just get that now. So that is for the guardian area. I'm still very confused why these are just sitting like that. So yeah, that's for the garden area, and everything should be pretty good with actually getting these things. It's just a matter of getting them up there. Might have to play around with this for a bit. Back over at the Ocean Monument, these phantoms have just knocked me off the side. It's daytime. Apparently they can survive underwater. When will these things just find an end to how OP they can possibly be? Anyway, let's fly back up there. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. So I've received it. Hello, lagging. There we go. Wow, there went 5 rockets. So anyway, I received a tweet, and this is rather genius. So basically, I was complaining that I have to empty out this whole thing because it is so tedious. Well, I don't really mind it. It takes a while. And a couple of replies. One was to just make it a square and then use a flying machine to empty it all out. And at first I didn't think that would work because I was planning on just keeping the temple here, right? And it wouldn't work. We get 2 layers down and then we'd bump into that and it wouldn't work, right? But after playing around in a test world and kind of redesigning what I have planned, I think it might actually be better to go all the way down to where this thing kind of stops, like where the legs are right here at this regular prismarine. Let's try not to get zapped while we're down here. So we're going to get to that level and then just rebuild it up from there, and we're going to build it totally differently than it already is. So I think our best plan of action is to continue making this thing into a square. Seriously? Come on. And that will lead us to having that side and the other 2 sides like this side where we went right up against the monument there. And then we can just stick in a flying machine, tear this whole thing down, and then start that machine, drain all the water while just sitting AFK. I think it'll work pretty well. Hopefully, at least. I've never actually built a flying machine, but that is still down the road. We need a beacon, at least 2, to help destroy this thing. Otherwise, it's going to take forever doing that underground. And then after that, we should finally be able to start really working on this project. But, like I said, it's still quite a ways down the road. Progress has been made over here. The path now comes right up to this door, which is new. We come on in here. The ceiling is done. The floor is done. And then we also have the staircase in here, which leads us on up. So with this tunnel, I'm planning to do some things in here. And coming on up here, wow, we got a lot more done up here. We still actually have to do chandeliers. I totally forgot about that. We're out of spruce wood, unfortunately. Got to go get some of that. So we're going to have different skulls on here that we collect. There'll also be some down there. So this is kind of like a showroom. We'll have extra ones also in here, so I don't have any duplicates out there. Everything's looking pretty good. Just trying to make it kind of compact. I did not have enough room for a rune, so I just did a little square, diamond shape, whatever you want to call it, like that. And I put our Ender Dragon head up there with a couple of Enderman heads below it. This looks kind of weird, I think. I think it's going to have to change. Yeah, that just doesn't look quite right. I kind of like the idea in my head, and I just don't think it was really executed all that well. So anyway, we still have more work to do. We're going to get the heads in here and our spare ones in there, as I said. And then we still just have to finish up this tunnel. And then after that, this project will be mostly complete. I did, however, try playing around with this and digging out all the way through here. And coming out here and thinking maybe have a second entrance. And then I could have more of these little cutaways going through here. But, you know, where this lines up with this, I just don't think that's really going to happen. So we could always expand it in the future if I change my mind, but for now it's going to remain just as is. So in the process of migrating textures over to the new version, skeleton horses and all other horses for that matter, their textures were completely wrong. They were pretty much transparent with a couple of pixels here and there filled in. Oh, his back is maybe supposed to look like that, but basically there was just an issue with how the textures were actually formed, because in the new updated 1.13, the actual file needs to be laid out differently, so I went and grabbed some new textures for all the horses. I also found out a weird thing with Optifine, as a new update had come out for that, and where was it? It might have been here. And turning terrain animated on fixed our fire issue, so fire is animated again, and then also now water is animated, and that had broken as well. So some very strange things going on here. Also, other things broke. So as we start to fix one thing, everything else just seems to go downhill. So the glass is no longer connected for some reason, not really sure what's going on there, and the skies are gone. Again, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea at all. I didn't even touch those files, but I just updated Optifine, and then that stuff broke. So we're still trying to work to get everything just about perfect. This is new, by the way. Y'all haven't seen this before. I just chucked this back here. We're going to need some sugarcane for future projects, and so easy. Just stuck in some sugarcane there, pistons behind it, and then have a little clock going back here. Every time the daylight sensor updates, which is like every 16th of a daylight cycle or something, it updates this mud block here, the observer block, pulses out, and the pistons shoot out, push all of the sugarcane into the glass, down into the water, and then down to here at the end, and over to stacked, which is fantastic. That's only a couple hours, and it's literally doing nothing. I don't have to do anything to get that up, which is totally fantastic. Let's take a look, though, at the project that we've been working on. Come on down here. It is pretty much finished now. There might be a few touches I add later. I also went in here and dotted around some more random blocks. I mentioned I was going to do that at the beginning. Totally forgot about it. But anyway, let's go ahead on in. So we had to dug out before, and now we have everything in. So we just have mob heads on top of armor stands. We've got armor on them as well. Maybe I could come back in here and change up what armors. Maybe some gold armor in some places. Maybe some leather in some other spots. But I did not duplicate any heads. So going through here, there's the Endermite, the Elder Guardian, standing guard there right by the entrance, and then moving along here we have the Shulker, Husk, a Drowned, that's an Endermite, Steve, Alex is down there, there's a Blaze, and then that is the Phantom, which I absolutely hate, cannot stand Phantoms, and then just put the coal blocks behind them. Got really expensive doing that throughout this whole thing, but I think it looks pretty cool. It adds nice little texture, and it also makes the room a little bit darker, which is pretty neat, and then a couple paintings just to fill in some of the blocks, leaves, because the greenery is awesome, and then threw some jack-o'-lanterns underneath for lighting. So anyway, headed up the stairs, a couple more paintings in that there, and then coming up here I added another chandelier right here, as well as 3 up there, and forgot to do that earlier, and then just put this little thing around here. I think I might have actually had that in before, I can't quite remember, but removed the Enderman heads from that, and then added a couple of heads here. I'm pretty sure this actually was in here before, but anyway, completely losing my mind here. Couple here. We ran out after that. We don't have any more unique heads, so the rest will fill up as we collect more. All the other heads are in here, and we have another Wither skeleton skull as well, which is fantastic. We only need one more, and then we can get a beacon, and that haste beacon is what we're going to be having. That will go over by the Guardian Temple, and that will be absolutely fantastic to mine everything up. We're going to need that soon. We're going to be spending a lot of time in the Nether trying to get that last skull, but anyway, hopefully y'all have enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all next time.